All right, so today is the 6th. Um, and yesterday I gave um, my overview of the market of what I was looking for a SPY for ES, S&P 500 futures. I stated that I didn't have any strong long, well, short biases. I forgot what I said. Actually, let's see here. Let me look at the 30 minute and see what happened on 30 minute. All right, so I didn't have any long biases unless we came down to these levels here. All right, looking at the volume here, it's showing that we had more rejection on the top. So I was more short based on the pre-market rejection levels. And if I wanted to be long, I wanted the price to come down here to these levels and bounce, or break above this level, retest it, and then move higher. So, um, so about 5 to 10 minutes into the market open, I took a short. Let me try to find that area. If we go into the 1 minute, actually I have a screenshot. Let's just do that, save some time. So what is that? Second trade. There it is. Okay. All right. So the market was basically staying around here, where most of the volume being traded was around this level here. We had the 8 o'clock volume move, and then we had 8:30 news. I put the price a little lower, and then price moved up, and a channel. I did prematurely enter this trade once I saw volume coming in at this rejection here. So let's go back into the charts to see what it looks like. And my volume was at 5260. Yeah, looks about right. So 5260. So here, right, we had a rejection. We came up, we had a rejection, and I entered at the second candle a little earlier here, with my stop loss right above here. So it looks something like I could just look at the candles. So something like this, right? Boom. All right. Close enough. It's a little lower on there. I could just probably just copy the numbers I see on the thing. 5369.5. 1 minute. 5369.5 and 5373.5. 5373.5. All right. So that should put us where we were at. So all right. So I was risking about 4 points, working on making 8 points. And when I was in the trade here and we came up, I was about to exit the trade because I felt like maybe I entered the trade too soon. Right, we had the first push down and I entered it right away. Right, this is 44. So let's look at what the 5 minute showed us. Right, so we had this strong up. Yeah, I entered it way too soon. Strong up candle, and then I took the reversal right away. I should have waited for a retest break or a retest continuation lower, which what we got here. All right, so I took the first sell here, and there were two areas where I could have waited, which was this push back down, and I could have adjusted my stop loss. Could have moved my entry like this. All right, so now after this, I probably would have entered if I'm market order probably here. So I would have had it like that. Still risking about the same amount, more or less. Yeah, 4 points to make 8, but would have just been a better entry. But aside from that, I realized that I went in 5 mini contracts versus 5 micro contracts, and the difference between those are about times 10. Right, so a micro is $5 each, a mini is $50 each, and I realized I was risking 4 points on 5 minis and not 4 points on 5 micros. So this calculator will load a little faster. So 5 times 5 times 5, right? 125 would have been my risk versus 5 times 5. Sorry, let's clear that. 5 times 4 times 5, right? $100 would have been my risk versus 5 times 4 times 50, which is 1,000, right? So I basically fat fingered the entry, and once I noticed that, well, I just took the trade off right away. Well, not right away. I'm not gonna lie and say right away. I noticed that the trade. I wanted to stay in the trade really because it just looked good, but somebody kept telling me why you're in this trade if you one we didn't break the channel, which is what I needed. I needed a channel break, and two, you're in too much risk versus your reward of your account, and three, you took the first entry of this trade and not the retest. All right, so there are many different factors that stopped me from staying in that trade, and right, I could have taken, like I said, I could have taken the retest of this here and then down, or waited and taken the retest when we came here. Right, this retest actually looks much better. First, you get the hammer candle up here, and then I could take the channel break off of whatever this candle is here. Right. So if I just wait for the 5 minute to give you my cue, or the 15 minute to give you my cue, or even the 30 minute, right, I could have gotten a better entry, with a safer entry. Right. So we have this 15 is at 25. Right. So maybe something like this. Redraw here. All right, so we have up, broke out of it, retest, probably take this one or take this one here, one of the two retests, and then down we go. Right, because my stop loss would be break here, the top of that 5 minute candle, this one here. All right, because price will be ready to go and create that hammer, and that's what we got. All right, price went and dropped. Right, and then this risk is, it says 25. This risk is 3 points to make 6 points, still 2 to 1. No, so that was the first trade. I exited early because of just human error, and I didn't want to stay in the trade. I took a second trade here, trying to go, I think it was short. I'm already 8 minutes in. Sheesh. I took a second trade trying to go short. Right, we kind of broke out of this area, we pushed up, and I had a Heikin-Ashi level off of just the 1 minute. I couldn't find anything on the 5 minute or the 15 or the 30 minute, but we had a strong volume, and I used the strongest volume that we had. We had some strong buying to counter it, but we kind of stayed up here for a while, so I took the break off this channel. I took this break of the channel, and then kind of like a retest. It was still like, it didn't really push down, but I like this dojis that were forming up here, and it looked like price was about to go, so I took the entry there. And then this is just with NQ, what NQ was doing. NQ was also holding this high volume area here, and but price after my entry reversed, and I said, well, if we had this volume and price looked like it's wanting to break here, and price is pushing up higher, well, when I just take the reversal. So that's what I did. I took the reversal of this trade. I said, okay, I'm going to take the reversal. This is NQ. NQ didn't break this level yet, so well, NQ did already break it, but it didn't break this volume here, right? And that's what caught my attention. So I was like, well, I may have prematurely entered this trade, like I did my other trade. So, but I took the reversal nonetheless, and that this was my entry bar. We were holding. We had some area where we could hold. And price was pushing up, so I put my stop loss at 5352. My entry was 5356.25. It looks like, or 75. And my goal was to reach 50%. It should have been. It should have been initial balance low because we didn't really break back above it. But considering that NQ was above its initial balance low the whole time, it never really broke below it. It's kind of like held it the whole entire time. I was looking for them both to go to their 50% mark. Maybe this one to go to its high and this one go to its 50% mark. That was the goal. Price started to move, and then when price got to initial balance low, it started to stall right here. And then I realized how to take off profit because I was 5 micro, so I took profit off. I took about 3 to 4 contracts up here off, and then I moved my stop loss here. I should have moved it down here because this is the actual chart pattern, and this is more of a price pattern of myself trading my PNL. So my stop loss should have been around like 53, 60, but I got stopped out. NQ did reach its 50% move. That's why I moved my stop loss higher. It's just 50%, but an ES was struggling at just the low, like it did earlier. And we're heading towards the end of day. We're like next hour for the market to change over into right into power hour. So if we go back into the charts, we were here, and basically we kind of stayed just like this until power hour where we actually moved higher. So I said my stop loss would have been here. I would have eventually got stopped out, and but price after that last volume basically stayed right there the entire time. And let's go like this. Stayed down here the entire time. We can get rid of this for now. Basically stayed at this last volume node that we had. If we go into the 1 minute and see how price was reacting around that, we can see that it kept creating smaller demands as it pushed price higher each time. Down, push, down, push, right? So, you know, this would have been an error for my stop loss. Price wouldn't want to go down there, but wouldn't want price to come down there. I wouldn't want price to come back to open to my entry. So, yeah, I think I managed this trade pretty well, based on the circumstances and what I was given. Today was a horrible. That day was a horrible day, and that's it. My 2 trades. So, one trade was a messed up entry and price. I did make about 300 or 400 off of it on my combine, and then this one here I lost about 100, and then I made about 170. So ended up green. And also I took more so I was taking the trades that made sense to me. I'm gonna stop this recording here, and then I'm gonna start a new one for my process of setting up the charts, because I'm not going to rewatch this whole thing twice with both of them going on. So that way I have 2 videos for my journaling to review. Alright, so that's it for whoa. Oh yeah, this is non-farm payroll. So I'll get into that. So non-farm, yikes, the non-farm payroll came out. I tell you, this was more important than the Wednesday one. And look at that. Let's zoom out. Yeah, we went up before we went down. Went up, took everything that was up here out, and then down to try to take everything that's down here. So that's non-farm payroll.